see if we can do something about this. Look, there we go. There we go. That's wobbling about a lot. Hello and welcome to UK4UKR.com. I'm Graham Hughes. This is Dr. Gordon Dingwall, and in the back there we've got Bear. We've got Chris Rossi. Absolute champion. He drove through the night last night and got us to the place where we stayed at like 5 in the morning, 6 o'clock.
What time you got there?
Yeah, he's only had an hour's sleep. So I
woke up at 6:30.
I got my head down. I got there. I got my head down. Bear was working. He unloaded the van.
Yeah.
He liaised with the guy Cavill, or his mates coming over to pick up their stuff that had been sent from Banbury. He went over to the humanitarian aid station. He registered. He did all this stuff. And then I was asleep. So I'm going to be driving today. Bear's earned his rest. Oh look, if we turn this around, we're just coming up to McDonald's, of course. There's always a McDonald's.
Golden Arches.
There's always a McDonald's. There's always an Irish bar. And a McDonald's. And here we go. Right, okay, so we're going to a place called Radomsko. And there we are going to pick up Natasha and her 2 kids. She's got a boy and a girl. And also their dog. They have a little dog that they're going to be bringing to Manchester. So they're going to be with us the whole journey back to the UK. In fact, they're going to be with us longer than you. So, what are you doing here, Gordon?
I'm heading back
crazy
to the UK.
medic.
Getting a free lift
He's getting a free ride back to the UK.
to pick up a 4x4 so I can bring it back and start extracting people and taking medical aid daily to hospitals, the places that need it.
So
Ukraine.
we have wisely decided to use some of the UK4UKR.com funds to buy ourselves a 4x4, which is now registered in Gordon's name. He's going to be coming back with us. We're going to be dropping him off at the 4x4, which I think is at Bear's house at the moment. Is it, Bear?
Yeah.
Am I right in saying that?
Cool.
And we'll be. It better be. Well, we were supposed to be bringing it. This is the whole point of doing this trip. We were supposed to be bringing the 4x4, but it wasn't ready in time. So we had to hit Plan B, which was to come on Monday instead of Sunday, and then it wasn't ready on Monday either. So we had to get here basically without sleeping. But I'm okay. I've had a good sleep. I've had some coffee.
That's
I've
cool.
had some goulash.
I'm just a passenger on a road trip, so I'll be grand. Driving back tomorrow.
So, but yeah, I'm going to drop Gordon off at Bear's. I'm going to drop Bear off at Bear's, and then I'm going to take Natasha and her 2 kids and their dog to Amanda, who is in South Manchester near the airport. I think it's probably Sale area, I guess. And then I'll be driving back to Durham. And then I've got a weekend. We're going away on Scout Camp at the weekend with the girls.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to be sleeping in a tent. Oh my god. Anyway, so and then on Monday, going to be heading back to the border to go and pick up our refugees, Annalena and Catalina, who we have sponsored. They're currently still in Lviv. They couldn't get out of Lviv, unfortunately, in time for us to pick them up, which was the original plan. And they're going to take 2 of the seats, and the other 3 seats were going to be taken by Natasha and her kids. That was the plan.
Right.
And we're going to take a 4x4. So absolutely everything that could possibly go wrong has pretty much gone wrong. But we did get name dropped in Parliament in a parliamentary question, which sped up things with the visa issues and things. So we're hoping that our refugees, the refugees who are coming to live with us, we don't own them, and Annalena and Catalina, they're going to come over next week. I'm going to come over next week with this step wagon. I've spoken to Kieran. He said I can keep it for another week. And my partner Catherine is going to come. She's going to fly over to meet me because she can only get 2 days off work. She can't get 4 days off work. So she's going to come over and meet me on the Wednesday evening, and then hopefully on the Thursday we're going to, or on the Wednesday actually, not the Wednesday evening. She's going to fly over on the Wednesday. We're going to head back on the Wednesday and get back to the UK on the Thursday. Take them up to Durham.
So I could pick them up from Lviv and bring them to the border at least.
Yes, if you could do that.
Or maybe a wee bit further for you to meet somewhere else.
Yeah.
Or does your partner want to come and see?
No,
More about-
I mean, basically, for this, we're not taking money out of the UK for UKR fund for Catherine's flight because it's our thing. Do you know what I mean?
Right, okay.
I feel a bit bad about that. But we'll be using the funds to pay for the fuel for this because we're going to be bringing more humanitarian aid.
yeah.
So I'll bring it to the border, mate, because otherwise,
Right, that's fine.
you know, I'll come
so
here.
I can pick up, bring it. We can liaise times and all that
Yeah.
between the three of us.
Perfect. If you could do that next week, it will probably be Wednesday. Probably Wednesday next week.
Okay.
And I'm going to talk to the guy at the Humanitarian Aid Centre there, Andy, who I was just talking to. He's got, he'll have any spare seats we have. We'll be able to fill them with people coming to the UK as long as we give him. We've got to give him a little bit of notice. It's a bit too short notice. The UK is really funny about refugees coming to the UK because they might be Russian spies, Gordon. Babies, newborn babies might be Russian spies.
There's just way too much red tape and politics involved in this immigration
It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgraceful.
I mean, all countries are struggling a bit, but the UK seems to be like falling behind everyone.
The UK is just run by crooks. They haven't gone into politics. They haven't gone into public office to help people or to make life better for society.
They've gone there for
not to enrich society. They've gone to enrich themselves.
They've gone there for the £362 a day for turning up.
Yeah, but that's chicken feed to the likes of Boris Johnson and Rees-Mogg. Rees-Mogg is worth over 100 million.
But they still get it.
I know, but like they're not,
And
they're not doing it. They're not doing it for the parliamentary salary. I've got no problem with the parliamentary salary because it means people like Angela Rayner can be MPs and full-time mums and everything else. Otherwise, it just shuts anyone who's not already fabulously wealthy out of politics. But when you're in politics, no second job. That's it. Oh, but what if they're a doctor? I'm sorry. Well, you know, the change the career path.
Yeah, you've got a choice. I think it's
You
got to
know.
be it's a full-time job.
Yeah, it's got to be a full-time job. What if they're writing a book? Fine, they can write a book in their spare time, but they can't publish it till they're not a bloody minister anymore.
Do it now.
Because there's obviously a conflict of interest in no matter what they do. So, I mean, like, the publishing one is an interesting one because if they go with a particular publisher, that's giving precedent to one over another. And then,
on a political level.
yeah, I mean, anything, any private enterprise that a politician tries to do while they're a politician, of course it's going to be a conflict of interest. From something as daft as who publishes your book to which oil company is, you know, filling your pants full of money to say, we've got to stop this zero carbon nonsense. We need to remain absolutely, you know, subservient and reliant on fuel coming from the likes of Russia and Saudi Arabia and Qatar. God, the Qatari World Cup later this year, Jesus.
Is that still going ahead?
Yep, in the slave-built stadiums. It's like ancient bloody Rome or something. It's like, so who built this stadium then? Oh, slaves. Sorry, what? Slaves built this stadium.
I've been to Qatar for about 12 hours and it just never seemed to me as a place that should be holding the World Cup.
It's an okay place. The people are pleasant enough. I found I was there for a couple of days. However, it's a desert and it has no bloody football history or stadiums already built.
That was the issue I had with it when they first mentioned it. Like, I've not long been there and I don't think I've seen a football.
Well, I was in Qatar during the World Cup 2010. I was in Qatar. I actually watched a couple of games while I was there, right? And in between the adverts, there was always adverts for Qatar 2022. And I remember thinking at the time, yeah, I don't like Qatar, whatever, you know, like, you're going to get the World Cup. But because of the corruption in FIFA, they were like, here we go.
Yeah, that's a slightly cooked area.
I'll tell you what though, I mean, I was feeling a bit bad because we've got 2 empty seats, but have we really got 2 empty seats? We've got a bear in the back, so... You just
Big bear.
Oh god. Yeah. Absolute trooper yesterday. Bloody hell. I got in, literally. I took all the boxes out for you, right, that had my name on it and everything. And that's not a problem, is it, by the way? You know, my name and address is on all those boxes.
No, because all the boxes end up getting back to our house and they light the fire with it.
Oh, good.
So everything is paper, cardboard, or
Okay.
anything's flammable.
It's just
not
the
bad
Russians.
to
If
get
the
out.
Russians try and take the dike, they find my name and address everywhere and send the Novichok team round to admire Liverpool Cathedral.
All of that gets burned in our fire, I'm afraid. Because we're very ozone friendly in Poland. It's a log burning stove that's got to be on 24/7 or else you don't have hot water heating.
Oh, by the way, there was a lot of water in the bathroom.
I noticed that this morning. I think the bath blocked or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Kind of left.
Right, so the plan is tonight we're going to get a hotel in Germany. We're going to try and hit Castle. I don't know if we're going to get that far, to be honest with you, but we're going to try. The good news is that Radomsko is kind of on the way that we were going anyway, so we're not going too far out of our way to go there. It is 4.5 hours away at the moment, 433 kilometres. We were going to get Natasha to come and live with us in Durham, but she wants to live in a bigger city. Durham's only got one road. But we showed the girls a picture of the dog that Natasha's got, and they were like, "Oh, we want them to stay with us. Bring the dog, bring the dog." And apparently the dog is hypoallergenic, so Catherine wouldn't have no streaming the whole time. Right. Okie dokie then. Okay, so I'm going to flip the camera around so you lovely people can watch what I'm watching, or what we're watching ourselves.
It's a beautiful country, Poland, by the way.
Yeah, we're gonna see some of it now. We're stuck behind the learner, obviously, because you always want to be stuck behind the learner when you've got a massive journey ahead of you. Hi from Across. Hey, Scotland. All right, Walter, how you doing, mate? Soon to be independent Scotland, I hope. Whereabouts in Scotland are you from?
I'm from Perth.
Perth, I remember you telling
Right
me,
in the
and I
middle.
made a crap joke
Right in the
about
centre.
Australian.
The original capital of Scotland.
Was it really?
The real capital of Scotland.
The real capital of Scotland?
Then it became Stirling, and then it became
Dunedin.
Edinburgh.
No. Edinburgh. So, what were the two clans that hated each other? It was the McDonald's and the Campbell's. McDonald's. So, who do you stand on the whole Campbell's versus McDonald's?
Well, it's weird actually, because my mother is from the Campbell heritage and my father's from the McDonald heritage.
Oh my God!
So therefore,
Mixed marriage.
yeah.
Do you know in Northern Ireland they still, if you are Protestant and you marry a Catholic, they call it a mixed marriage.
It can still be an issue in some communities.
Yes.
Like quite a major issue in some
Well, my
communities.
great-grandfather, or great-great-grandfather, my great-great-grandmother on my mum's dad's side of the family, who were from Ireland, she was Catholic, and he wasn't just Protestant, he was part of the Orange Order. So they had to leave.
Okay.
They had to like escape from Ireland together. They eloped to Liverpool. It's a great love story, really.
It's a huge thing.
And also, I was watching Peaky Blinders last year with my mum, and there's a scene where it had someone playing, what's his name, Oswald Mosley, the leader of the fascists in the 1930s in the UK. And my mum said, "Oh, he came to Liverpool, and your great-grandfather, he threw rocks at him." And I'm like, "Well, get off." So then I look it up online, and it's true. When he Oswald Mosley, I think about 1937 or something, when he came to Liverpool, he got stoned. Literally, people threw rocks at his face, and he got hospitalised. That was his Liverpool welcome. Yeah, Liverpool's never been very tolerant of fascists.
When are you coming back over?
When am I coming back over?
Two people and a dog.
No,
your
3
partner?
people. Now you mean?
No, next time.
Oh no, this dog is this
Next
time.
week.
This is our dog trip.
Alright, so next
time it's just 2 people.
Okay, I could have another 4 people for you.
4 people to
Going
come.
to Plymouth.
Okay, bloody hell.
A mum, an 11-year-old boy, 2 daughters, 9 and 7.
Alright. So we've got, how many seats have we got in this? 8. We've got 3 in the back, 2 in the front.
Yeah.
8 altogether. So it's going to be me and Catherine.
Yeah.
It's going to be Annalena and Catalina.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have 4 seats left, aren't we? Yeah? That should be fine. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, the thing is, that I noticed about the refugees that you see, and have they got any luggage, have they?
No, they've got
Just
it's
got a little
nothing.
grab
That's why I asked for them big rucksacks and holdalls and stuff this time, because I'm sick of them coming through
Yeah.
with their 2 little bags for life.
Yeah.
That's the 2 hands full. and they can't take anything else, so you try to give them stuff to help them out, and they can't actually take it because they can't carry it. And the 2-year-old son's got a backpack on and stuff, and he can't carry anything anymore. And yeah, so you give him a decent rucksack.
Sorry, bear's snoring in the back. It's making me laugh. Get some sleep, lads. Get some sleep.
Right, this family's in Warsaw right now.
They're in Warsaw.
They've just got a visa today. I'm asking if they can wait till Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, go to Madajka. So if I come down on it's bank holiday Monday, you see, so I'm off with the girls.
Yeah.
On Monday, but I do want to get over as soon as possible, obviously. So if I leave, say Monday night, and then drive through Tuesday, and I can stay at my friend's house on the Czech border in Germany. And just get up dead early, like leave at 6 in the morning.
I've just asked if we can wait till Wednesday or Thursday next week.
Yeah.
And have a look for them.
And then I could pick Catherine up from wherever she's going to be. We could get to the border on the Wednesday. It will be Wednesday evening, realistically, and then start heading. We could, pick them up on the Wednesday, drive up to Warsaw, and then pick up the others, and then depending on how long it all takes, we'll could they come down to the border, or
I can ask all that, yeah.
Well, Krakow is on the way. Krakow's not out of the way, but
Yeah, it's about 50 slightly or something for an adult to Krakow on the train.
if they
so it's
get to
nothing.
Krakow, then we can come back, and then what we'll do is I'll take them to stay in a hotel on the Wednesday night, and then on the Thursday we'll be back in the UK. Plymouth's a bit of a bloody drive though. Plymouth, I've got to get to Durham. Maybe it might be the case that...
Well, the sponsors are in Plymouth, so maybe the sponsors could come and meet.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was going to say the sponsors come from Plymouth and meet us in... I don't know, they could meet us in Folkestone.
Why not?
Yeah. We do a handover. Why is this learner going so slow when there's oh my god, there's so much traffic behind us. It's alright, mate, you take your time. So we're on for a 5:14 arrival.
5:14 precisely.
Yeah, but
With the wind speed of?
With the wind speed. But
37 knots.
But
Southeast.
I like big butts. We're probably going to stop at some point for coffee.
I like coffee, by the way.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, there was coffee this morning. You were like, I'm not.
No, I can't do their coffee. Jesus.
You see, you like coffee too much.
You're
like one of those people who's really good at pool, and they don't want to play pool against you because you're too good.
Just I like our coffee that you put in a cup and it comes out of the coffee.
Look,
Look at this sludge on top.
If you want to play pool, right, you can't be that good because no one wants to play you. You get to a point where you're like, I'm really good at pool now. Who wants to play me? And everyone's like, no. It's losing all the time. It's kind of depressing. So anyway, yeah, you know your coffee connoisseur, and so's Chris, by the way. He's with his Italian roots, his Italian heritage. He does like his coffee. All the cars behind me just going to bomb past on this corner. Take it too long.
They're fancy bridges, aren't they?
Well, this is all new, isn't it? They've rebuilt this entire road. So this is like a brand new bridge that we're going on there. It's cool, this. I've sorted out my stream so I can actually just flick between the front facing camera and the back facing cameras.
Cool.
So, it is quite cool.
I've never done live streaming, I've got to admit. Something I should do with Pro Wild. Look at me advertising my business.
Yeah.
Bushcraft and survival business. restaurants in North of England and Northern Ireland.
It's a bit mad because we get the feedback there's only 15 people watching, but when I press stop, it goes like 460 people have watched it. Because people drop in and out.
The thing is as well, yesterday's I got a message that came up on my Facebook that you'd been live streaming like 13 hours earlier.
Yeah.
So I watched some of it. So there's, you know what I mean?
We did
Just because you're not watching the live stream doesn't mean you haven't seen it.
Well, we did an epic quiz. Oh my god! Like we did a 3-hour quiz-a-thon with Bear just asking me questions, like after question after question, all these different topics, like Game of Thrones, like science and nature, and it's quite fun. Everyone's leaving comments going, "You should go on Mastermind. You should go on Mastermind." The thing is, I know a bit about everything, but I don't know a lot about anything. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you gotta have your specialist subjects with Mastermind. That's where I'll fall down.
Yeah, general knowledge, it's good.
General knowledge is fun.
And even if you mess up in your general knowledge, it's not your fault.
Yeah. Well, I've got a little bit of I'm not very good at sports, to be honest with you. I can never remember what I'm supposed to remember for sports.
Names are my issues. I can't remember names. So
yeah.
When it comes to sport questions, you lose out because most of it's about names.
I'm all right if they're particularly famous or there's a particular famous incident that happened, but someone says, who was the manager of Blackburn from 82 to 87? I'm just like, I couldn't even hazard a guess. Well, the other thing is soap operas, my Achilles heel. One of the questions yesterday was who played Thingy Ogden from Coronation Street, and I'm like,
no idea.
No idea.
Same from Manchester.
So do you still live in Scotland when you? Where about you?
I lived past till I was about 10.
Yeah.
Then moved up to a wee place called Eventon, north of Inverness. I stayed there till I was 17 and went off and joined the army. That's what you did up there. You either went off to join the oil rigs.
What year was that? What year did you join?
1989.
1989? Yeah. You don't look old enough.
Thanks very much.
That's alright. To Iraq? You went to Iraq?
I did that.
And Afghanistan?
Yeah.
Shit.
And
Which regiment were you in?
Quite a bit of time in Northern Ireland.
Which regiment were you in?
5 regiment. Well, I started off with 50th Missile Regiment, which was a nuclear regiment just at the end of the Cold War.
You were in a nuclear regiment?
I was, yeah.
Does that mean nuclear powered or you had nuclear weapons?
We had nuclear weapons.
Jesus Christ.
For the Russians.
Yeah.
When they stopped
Because that was when the Russians were the baddies, you see.
When they stopped being naughty and they took down the big bad wall.
Yeah, and then we thought, oh, they'll never be naughty again.
Yeah, so we got rid of them and I went and joined 5 Regiment, which was MLRS, multi-rocket launchers. And then they became STA, Surveillance Target Acquisition Regiment. So getting rid of the weapons, but it all became radar and surveillance. Which was cool.
Did you retire? What did you do?
I left the army at 16.5 years because it was the operational tours that we were being asked to do at the time was something that took toll on my welfare at home and marriage and stuff.
Yeah.
So I made that choice.
That's fair enough. Mate of mine, he was an officer, and he left because the army's just being shrunk and starved of any money by the government, and essentially there was no career progression. He was a captain, but he was never ever going to get anything above a captain because it was dead man's boots. You had to wait for someone to retire. Or
the most embarrassing thing about the British Army right now. So the same year as the Open Wembley.
Yeah.
Made Wembley Stadium bigger than the British Army.
What do you mean?
If you put every regular soldier in the British Army into Wembley Stadium, you still have, at the time, you had 18,000 empty seats. Now it's way more, it's about 30,000 empty seats.
Yeah, yeah. And Boris Johnson was in a select committee last year going, the days of tank warfare are over. And I'm like, look at all these tanks coming across into Ukraine. And I'm like, what? It's all cyber now, it's all cyber.
There's a lot of it is cyber. And quite a few attacks on positions in Ukraine because the Russians have picked up on Western SIM cards.
Right.
That's why when I do go back over, and if I go over there, I've got another phone and another SIM card, which is from Ukraine.
So you can see where
they have targeted Western SIM card locations. It's quite interesting.
Right, I need you to keep an eye out for fuel. For fuel. Yeah.
The station is it?
She's a fine wagon, but she drinks like a fish. My step wagon's got a drinking problem.
Step wagon.
Oh, it's PMQ time.
Yeah, Emmy's away watching.
Oh shit, okay, let's do this. Let's do PMQ. What am I doing on this road? Let's have a look. Stay on A4 for 284. So I don't need the map, do I?
I'll try and find your fuel station as well. Nearest fuel station.
I will. I will put on LBC and oh, no internet connection. That's not great. Why is there no internet connection?
4G's pretty rubbish. 9.1 kilometres for fuel.
Yeah, we can do that. The light's not on. Oh, mate, I can't get internet connection on my other phone. Why? Why did Lila? See,
I keep having to restart my Samsung as well for internet connection. It comes off Wi-Fi to 4G.
Right.
Just automatically click every time.
You silly sausage.
I like the way they've made the bridges red. Is that just so the Russians can see them at night?
No, it's just because they thought it looked nice, and the flag has got a red bottom. It's got a red top. It's like the flag of Indonesia or Monaco. It's the same thing. I quite like them. I mean, you know, I don't like the concretey bits around the edges. I like the arch. It's fine. That was brought down the motorway on a big lobby. It's still saying no service. Oh, there we go. Oh, good. That's load. Turn the volume on. I hate that warning. How'd you turn that warning off on your phone when you try and turn things up? It's like,
they don't listen to it too loudly.
yes, it's all right, your ears. I'm like, it's on Bluetooth. I'm going in my ears. Do you know what? I think I'm just going to keep going until the end. We've got 20 minutes of fuel there, haven't we? I think, yeah, thanks for that. We've just got like 30 miles by the time the lights turn on. It was fun the other day. We were doing a quiz. I didn't even look at the fuel gauge. Didn't even look at it. And the light came on. Shut, not even that fuel.
Nice. Okay,
Come on. Let me see.
petrol station, is it petrol? No. Petrol's gone out. That was something when I was in Ukraine.
What?
There's very few. No petrol station's got everything in it anymore. You can't get your normal diesel, your normal petrol, you can only buy premium stuff.
Yeah.
Because the military keep taking it all.
Well, it's kind of fair enough. I mean, the good news is for Ukraine, despite all the horribleness that's going on, okay. holiday or something. I think it was something like the Ukrainian operator. Right, anyway, it's the fact that someone pointed out was actually having something on YouTube. Pointed out that at the end of the day, Ukraine's got pretty much an unlimited checkbook, hasn't it?
At the moment, if you start digging under the ground, they've got money forever. What they have got at the moment is pretty much most of Europe's mechanical weapons.
Yeah. But also, I mean, they've got a blank checkbook because the West are going to continue to support Ukraine forever. This is when the economic sanctions are going to kick in from Russia. And Russia, you know, what's it going to do?
They can just give it they're not going to be short money, they're not going to be told they can't have. And then we're going to help rebuild it. That's the way it has to be.
Oh well, we're missing Prime Minister's questions, which we've got to put on the radio loud, and swear loudly at Boris Johnson. Oh, we can't get internet on my other phone. Tell you what I can do. 1 second, everyone. I will tell you. Connected. There you go. I'm tethered. Please work. Technology, brilliant. And now I've got my other phone to this phone. Even though they've got 2 separate SIM cards in, I shouldn't have to do this. There we go. At last. Live from the Commons.
From the Polish-Ukraine border.
Commons.
That is what is enabling us to pay for 50,000 more nurses.
Oh, piss off. What? The massive backlogs that you created. Wait, think all the problems that we created. Shut up, Johnson, you turd.
He's an ostrich. Perfectly happy, keeping his head in the sand. Working people are worried about paying their bills. They're spending less and cutting back. That's bad for business and bad for growth. Working people are looking for help. But this week, millions will look their payslip and see a tax rise with his fingerprints all over it.
Yeah.
Does he think that his 15th tax rise has made things better or worse for working people?
Get him on taxes.
Mr. Speaker, what
Get him on taxes. Like Al Capone, get him on taxes.
Lifting the living wage by the record amount, helping people on universal credit with a £1,000 tax cut, Mr. Speaker, but also cutting national insurance contributions, lifting the threshold so that on average people pay £330 less, Mr. Speaker.
What? It's going up, you massive turd.
Investing in our NHS, which is a priority for the people of this country. Unlike for the Labour Party, Mr. Speaker.
What, the NHS isn't a priority for Labour? Who invented the NHS?
Jobs, Mr. Speaker. That is what matters. High wage, high skill.
What matters is that you resigned for being a liar and a traitor and a creep. Shut up. I'm going to read vaccinations. Go on, mention vaccinations.
Mr. Speaker, it's as if he's only just waking up to the cost of living crisis. And he's big idea, fewer MOTs. It actually makes the Combs hotline sound visionary and inspirational.
Sorry?
What's the producers are making so much unexpected profit.
No, it's what MOT once every 2 years, so once every year.
That cash could be used to keep energy bills down. Instead, he chooses to protect their profits. Let household bills rocket and slap taxes on working people who are earning a living. Does he think that choice has made things better or worse for working people? What we're doing is better for working people than it is now for you.
Better with our heating bills. You fat creep.
More to support
Are you
people
absolute bag of custard?
Can't afford to drive all the time. I was too much now.
Fred Westminster.
£1.1 million that we're putting in, an immediate £150 cut in people's council tax. They're getting a
Oh, right.
What a year.
It's a £6.6 billion. But what it does is it
Son all. For son all.
covers the very businesses that we need to
What?
invest in energy.
Save a tenner a month.
Oh, we can't do a windfall tax on these companies that are earning billions a day.
The hydrogen that this country needs. And what this government is also doing, Mr. Speaker, is reversing the tragic, historic mistake of the Labour Party in refusing to invest in nuclear. We're going to have...
You've been in power 12 years, you twat!
Not a nuclear reactor every decade.
You gargantuan mountain of mad flesh!
So they're the party of excess oil and gas profits, and we're the party of working people.
Yeah.
This Tory government's had its head in the sand throughout the cost of living crisis. First, they let prices get out of control. Then they denied it was happening. They failed to do anything about it, and then they made it worse with higher taxes.
Yeah.
Because of his choices, we are set to have the slowest growth and the highest inflation in the G7.
Wow.
Mr. Speaker, a vote for Labour next week is a vote for a very different We would ask oil and gas companies to pay their fair share and reduce energy
Oh, they're not happy about this.
We wouldn't hammer working people with the worst possible
Never shouted down.
at the worst possible time. We'd insulate bills to get homes to get bills down. And we've closed the tax avoidance schemes that have helped his Chancellor, where is he? Reduce his family's
where is he?
tax bill while putting everyone else's up. That's a proper plan for
avoided
the economy. So why
tens of
doesn't he get
millions
on
in
with
tax
it
a year, his
and
family.
finally make choices that make things better, not worse, for working people.
Yeah.
Mr. Speaker, I can tell the right honourable
No.
the many weeks and many years, this guy is doomed to be a permanent spectator, Mr. Speaker.
We vaccinate him as well. We have a plan, we just can't tell you what it is. So good. I've got a girlfriend, she goes to another school.
They have no plans. Let me tell you something. He talks about the elections. In a few
Bollocks.
days' time.
This one just sounds bollocks.
Let me remind him that
Bollocks.
everywhere you look at Labour administration, it is a bankrupt shambles.
What? You've been in charge for 12 years. Why haven't you invested in the nuclear in 12 years?
Labour-run Hammersmith spent £27,000 on EU.
To say countries, Labour bankrupt the country when they took over, so that's what he says.
Labour-run Nottingham
Not having any
Council
money.
bankrupt because of their investment in some communist energy plan of the kind that he now favours.
What communist?
Communist energy plan. Allowing people to pay the bills is communism now.
And I'll never forget.
What a load of bollocks.
Labour-run Britain in 2010 bankrupt because of all the Labour government.
Bankrupt? What? How was it bankrupt? We were recovering from the global recession.
He basically did anything to an candle or something like that. We should contrast Labour in Westminster, which has the lowest council tax in the country, and better services too.
Lowest council tax in the country because it's full of millionaires afford to pay for pay a little man to come and take the bins away a little bit. We have a little man for that. Right, now there'll be a softball question.
Entirely right, and those are the issues on which people are going to be voting, and as I said, they're going to be voting for better value.
They're not going to be voting for you, you
services,
fucking
lower council
arsehole.
taxes, and I hope they'll be voting Conservative.
What about the fascist? Yeah, come on in, Blackfoot.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Can I associate myself with the remarks of the Leader of the Opposition?
Is he the leader of the SNP now?
That's what
What happened to him? Oh, we got the
No, she's the leader. She's a Scottish MP.
Mr. Speaker,
He's in Westminster, so he's the leader in Westminster.
830,000 children across the UK are being left to depend on emergency food parcels.
Sorry,
So instead of convening a Tory talking shop at Cabinet, the Prime Minister should be acting
No, I was
to
going
help
to wait
these
for
children
I was going to
and
wait to the
help
end of this.
families through the cost of living emergency. If he is genuinely looking for ideas to tackle
Stop,
this
trying to get some
Tory-made crisis, it'd be wiser to look beyond the Cabinet Commons. We of course know that he won't be there for very much longer. So, as a parting gift, here's an idea for the Prime Minister. The Scottish Government has introduced and now doubled the game-changing Scottish child payment of at least £1,040 a year, helping those families. Is the Prime Minister prepared to match this payment across the UK to help?
Well, 10 a month, so that's...
No, 1,000 a year.
That's quite a lot. Really?
Also 12 months, that'll be 20 quid.
Families through this emergency.
100 quid a month.
That makes a difference, though.
Mr. Speaker, what we're doing to help families, and of course, it's important to do everything we can to help families in a tough time. That's why we've massively increased the funds available to local councils to support families that are having a particular hardship. The holidays and activities fund.
That's why we've massively increased the price cap on fuel.
Yeah, because now we pay more fuel in the UK than anywhere else in the world.
Increased to like 54%.
And you may not appreciate me pointing this out, but it is true. There's another example of the vital strength of our economic union and the importance of support from the UK Treasury, which is what he gets.
My goodness, Mr. Speaker, we have children facing poverty. The Scottish Government are responding by the child payment, and by the way, it will increase again later this year. We get nothing but empty words from the Prime Minister. It was plenty of desperate pre-election waffle that we heard earlier, but I'll take it as a no. There is no support for hard-pressed families. It is clearer by the day that the Prime Minister's supposed plan to fight the Tory-made cost of living crisis is not only non-fiscal, it's non-existent. So, Prime Minister, I'll try again. Here are 3 other ideas for the Prime Minister that would help families with soaring costs right now. Scrap his national insurance tax hike, reverse the Tory cuts to universal credit, and match Scotland's 6% benefits rise instead of imposing a real term cut. 3 things that will make a difference to millions of people. Has the Prime Minister come to terms with the reality that if he fails to act now, the voters will send him and his sleaze-ridden party a message by voting SNP next Thursday?
Mr. Speaker, we're helping families up and down the country with the universal credit. Take the answer about universal credit. We're tapering it so that people get their pockets. Working people get another £1,000 in their pockets. We're helping families in the way that I described, Mr. Speaker. And just to remind the House that under this government there are now far fewer children in work-less households than there were before this government.
There's far more children in poverty.
In championing work,
there's millions of children in poverty.
In the high-wage, high-skilled jobs. That's what counts. That's our respective political longevities. Well, I wouldn't like to bet on him on that outlasting me, Mr. Speaker.
Laura Farris.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Last April, the Berkshire West Camp Service received
90 minutes after 12 is the time. PM Hughes has unfolded. Theo Ashwood's predictions were accurate, I think, this week. Good in parts. Wish they were better than mine, but I make no bones about this not being one of my areas of expertise. It's still a mistake to go in hard on Matt Hancock's protected ring, and I'll leave you with that happy thought. We'll pick over the bones of PM Hughes after this.
This is LBC.
Okay, no, it's not. We're going to turn that off now. So, yeah, that was LBC. Broadcasting Prime Minister's questions, in which a lot of questions seem to be about tax, basically. Rather than, no one mentioned Ukraine. No one mentioned the fact that Boris Johnson was fined, hasn't resigned. He's a sleazy scumbag who thinks he can get away with murder. Should be interesting next week, though. We've got local elections. I mean, I reckon the Tories are probably going to get overall about 27% vote for that.
I've been there for the last 6 weeks, so I'm really following it.
Well, I think we're going to get absolutely hammered because like the Tory faithful. A lot of them feel betrayed. But then again, they keep throwing like red meat at them, like the horrible, horrific that sent women and children fleeing war to
my biggest issue at the
Rwanda.
moment with British politics is who else? Boris Johnson's not the man for this job, but who else is in the House of Commons right now?
I would
Could
like,
stand up and go, I can do it, and everybody's going to believe them because I don't.
well, I think
that's
Starmer could, but no one in the Tory party could. Starmer made a good PM.
Theresa May, give her another shot.
Sorry? It's another shot.
She got abused when she took over.
I would. I don't care who takes over from Boris Johnson as long as you get rid of Boris Johnson. Because, as Rishi Sunak has found out, if you don't have the personality of Boris Johnson, you can't get away with fucking murder like Boris Johnson can.
Yeah.
Like, Rishi Sunak's approval rating amongst Tory voters has gone from like 100% to below 0% in the space of a few months, just because he's been embroiled in all this sleaze stuff. He got a fine for Partygate. He's found out his wife is non-domiciled, so she doesn't pay tax in the UK, on overseas earnings. They found out that he had a green card for America while he was Chancellor, which first of all, you're not supposed to have a green card if you're in government in another country. And secondly, having a green card means that you intend to make America your forever home. So the fact that he had one is like, excuse me, are you a British citizen or what? Because if you're not, what are you doing being Chancellor of the Exchequer? So his star is just crashes to the ground, you know, blown into smithereens. Boris Johnson would have got away with it.
Yeah, we'd have, definitely.
Because women just want to ruffle his hair and go, oh, clever boy, clever funny little boy.
Clever little village Indian. It's lies. It's lies.
Right, we need fuel now, and the next stop doesn't have fuel on.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Damn it.
Lies.
Okay, so what I'm doing.
Yeah, but the Ukrainian people love him because he sent so much military kit. They'll probably change the rules to say that every Ukrainian should have a vote.
Yes, that's petrol stations. Oh, hang on, what? Oh, I thought it was 61 kilometres to the petrol station. Like, guys, we're going to run out then. Here we go. There's a sign.
So it's not scored out the fuel as well, is it?
Oh, is that the same one as last time? Yeah,
It's scored out.
Well, I'll probably just go off the freeway. The next one is the Bod Mall fuel station.
How far is that?
22 minutes. It's a bit too far, isn't it? Not that. We don't have 22 minutes of fuel. Let's go for this one. 10 minutes. Okay. Let's come off the next junction. Oh, hang on. We've got one of those little eagles on sticks. Eagle heads on sticks that we don't have. I got something inside.
There's fuel that side of the road, yeah.
Is that? There isn't.
No, it's just lorry. It might just be wagons.
What, just lorry fuel? It's not a motel.
There's cars and stuff there.
I thought it was.
But it's on that side.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're over.
This isn't actually on the map, look. This
No,
junction's
it's
not on the
it's
map.
there, no. Hang on.
What?
If that's got fuel. No, this doesn't.
No, this is not fuel.
Because that would make sense.
Oh, you can't get.
This is just a car park.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
Thanks for that.
Phone bearer.
Just a car park.
And not in a good way. This is just a car park. I thought this would take us over the.
Yeah, it looked like it was going over that flyover.
Yeah.
You can always tell by the signs there. What's in the car park?
I thought it was a bit odd that it wasn't on Google. It did look quite new, so.
That's
It's
new.
just been built last week.
Yeah.
Google hasn't updated its maps yet.
Great idea, just building a car park on the motorway. No services.
Okay, well, it's 12 kilometres. Do you think we're going to make it?
We'll make 12 kilometres. If the wind's going the right way, we're going a bit downhill.
Okay. Going uphill.
When you get to the top, it's like going down then.
Gotta be funny. Funny if we ran out of fuel because we were listening to PMQs and didn't want to pull into the petrol station while PMQs was on.
Well, we didn't pass one, did we?
Yeah, we did. We passed two.
I know, they didn't have fuel.
Did not have fuel.
No, they,
Oh, right.
the fuel was all screwed up.
Oh, right. Oh, I feel less bad now for
No,
ignoring.
no, we haven't passed fuel.
I thought you were saying, oh yeah, there's fuel there, but I was like, no, we're gonna keep going. 11 kilometres isn't far to walk, is it?
I'll wait in the car with the child lights off.
Bear says he can pull the
Spillers.
push the back. Did you say you were a puller or a pusher? Bear?
What?
Are you a puller or a pusher?
Puller up, I'm pushing.
Yeah. Did you say you were going to pull the van to the
No, I'm pushing.
petrol station with your teeth?
I'll lean against it at the back and see what
Okay.
happens.
But yeah, I'm hoping that this local election, if the Tories do badly enough, then that'll be curtains for Boris Johnson. That's all the Tories care about. They're a perpetual election machine. They give a crap about policies or helping people or
See,
individuals.
politics confuse me even more, which is where I live, so I don't get on that politics whatsoever, to be honest with you.
Right. Well, I want Scotland to become independent, and I want to move to Scotland and be Scottish. Modify my accent. I just think England is just going in.
You'll have to go and sit in a refugee centre for 4 to 6 weeks while you wait for your visa. Oh no, that's to get to England, sorry.
Yeah. I'm sure Scotland will be much more welcoming. Plus, you know, in the Highlands, the place to be when the spring of floods come.
Yeah, I do love Scotland. I love Northern Ireland though. Northern Ireland's going to be beautiful. It's like Scotland, but on a postage stamp.
Oh, Ireland's gorgeous. England's going through some kind of midlife crisis or something at the moment. I don't know what's going on
Can you ever see the north-south sort of... I know there's a north-south divide, but can you ever see this sort of independence thing?
there. I could see Liverpool as independent city-state, which would make sense, actually, because it is a port town. We can get stuff in and out. We don't need to rely on the rest of the country for that. We've got an incredibly tidal river. If we could have... If we could harness the power of those tides coming in, tidal range is about 9-10 metres a day.
No, you keep power the whole city on that.
Oh yeah, easily. And then some. be like a sport power. But as long as
Sell
you've
it to
got
Manchester.
as long as you've got access to the sea and you've got energy self-sufficiency, why not be independent? Well, what difference does it make? All it means is that we get to concentrate on stuff that matters to us.
Pay your own
instead of-
taxes to your own people.
Yeah, instead of what matters to the monsters in Westminster. I mean, Boris Johnson, the guy is just, he's evil. He's proper, either a sociopath or a psychopath. And he thinks he's having a great time and he's crushing people's lives. He's crushing their hopes and dreams and aspirations. And it's all like a big game to him. He doesn't take it seriously. It pisses me off. But like he's been elevated to this position. The least he can do is take the job seriously. He doesn't.
So I was over in Ukraine last week. Every Ukrainian said how much they love Boris Johnson because he's given so much to Ukraine.
He's given so much to Putin to start with.
Yeah, there's all
power
that first. They
Putin.
don't realise that first though.
Yeah, I know.
That's the thing.
Putin's puppet power. Really hope they don't run out of fuel in this big curve coming.
If we get to the top, we can roll down. There we go.
Okay. Well, this is a bit confusing.
Yeah, wow. We can go on
This
the
lane.
other road.
Well, it's been this lane, and then it needs to do a U-E. Or, as I say in Australia, you do a U-bolt. You do a U-bolt in the U. To go to Utrecht. From Ukraine. And then
That's a crazy little road.
it is, it's like a little
Yeah, it
roller
makes the
coaster.
spaghetti junction in Birmingham look a bit sensible.
The looper. God, please don't run out of fuel. This little tiny, weird little road. We should show people what that is.
It'll straighten out now you put it on.
Yeah. It's caller forever. Right then. Now to fill this up here costs about 60 quid. Fill it up in Germany, over 100 quid.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Wow. What's in England?
Germany's so
England's about, I think it's about a split difference, so it's probably about 80 quid.
Stokes.
Difference of babies. That's an ominous sky, isn't it?
Yeah, we had a crazy nasty sky like yesterday before. And when it broke, Jesus,
We're a bit mad.
I've seen rain like that in years.
We're going downhill, which is good. Maybe just put it in neutral.
Fucking 3Ks.
Oh, it's on the other side of the road. I was hoping I could just like leave it in neutral, just go down this hill, just glide in. Oh dear. About 3 minutes. We can push this 1 kilometre, can't we?
So,
Get a workout. So what brought you to Madika then? And why there?
because I was going to work for a company who was over there extracting people, and it was due to get picked up at Krakow airport, but that changed as their company was based in the camp near Lviv that got blown up
Oh shit.
on the 12th of March, which was the day I arrived, or the day before I arrived. So they actually packed up and went home by the sounds of it.
So, what did the rest of the people who were doing who were working for them
There was
do?
a lad, Daz, who I was going to meet. He was there a couple of days before me, and he actually was stuck in Hungary border. He extracted people into Hungary, and well, that happened, and the company basically went radio silence and never heard of again. So he was like abandoned with his motor. It didn't belong to him.
We've been in need to get things organised at the border there, mate, with like getting people over.
It's not good enough.
You know, instead of being a bit ad hoc, we just turn up and go, is there anyone who needs taken anywhere?
It's not good enough on that respect for you guys having to do it. It's not good enough for us.
Well, I've got a
We
number
have
of the
to-
guy now who can actually contact and say, I am coming on this day, I can pick up this many people.
You
And
shouldn't have to be like that. I mean, for me to go and do extractions, I've had to link up with a company which is actually a sugar factory, make cakes. Obviously, their export distribution
yeah,
stopped pretty much in Ukraine, so they've given up most of the warehouse space and distribution space to supplies
yeah.
for hospitals and food and military. But I have to go through someone like him to get contacts to go and find people and pick up.
Right.
But there's no actual network of how to do this.
Yeah, there's no,
Which means
there's
people,
no
there's
over.
people there desperate to get out.
Yeah.
And they can't because no one's coming to the town, no one's coming to the village.
It seems that no one to take responsibility. Do you know what I mean?
If you're not living in a major city right now in Ukraine, the chances are you're not going to be extracted
Really?
because no one's coming to your little village because it doesn't have a big hospital.
We need to do something about this. There's a stroke through the symbol there, but I realise it's unleaded.
Right. If you want a coffee,
Coffee, yeah, and I've got a card for getting everything. So if you want to sort the coffees out, I'll come in once I've got
Okay.
this and pay for it. Bev, want to stretch your legs, or are you going to stay in here? Right. Okay, right. Thank you for watching. We're going to continue on our journey in a little bit. And- Yeah, we are.
you were starting.
You were snorming.
Was
You
it
were
snoring?
snoring
Snoring
live.
to the world.
I'm a bear, I'm allowed to snore. It's my God-given right to snore.
Anyway, right. Let's get going, guys. Let's get going. All right. See you soon, everyone. And thanks for all the messages. Have a good one. Yeah, Joe Hay there. Deus Ex Machina, Machina even. Jim Bob
Machina.
can't listen to Boris. Something might get broken. Yeah, it's very lucky it didn't crash. Anyway, take care. I'll see you soon. All right, we'll see you soon. Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you. You.